Welcome to Strategy Battle Games, another GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host, GBHL Damian, and this... no, it's not how it works. Honestly. You just got to watch Matchup of the Day. Welcome, Strategy Battle Games, to another GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host, GBHL Damian, and this is Matchup of the Day. So yes, here we are back in the Matchup of the Day studio for day 2 of Group 4. As ever, I'm your host, GBHL Damian, and I'm joined by...
GBHL Tom.
Way back again for the second day of action in Group 2. In the final group stage, of course, we're finding our last quarter-finalists out this week. So yesterday we saw Isengard rush to victory against Angmar, potentially in the toughest game of the group for them. And we also saw Dale overcome the Wood Elves, as predicted.
Yeah, both as predicted.
Indeed, so we obviously know our stuff.
Well, just about.
But today, potentially have some tougher games to call, because, what have we got today?
We have Lothlorien, or the Wood Elves, however Jamie's calling them, against Angmar.
Indeed.
And therefore Dale against the Urukai.
Indeed. So, pretty simple questions first up. Who wins?
Well, based on our group selections, we'll have Isengard, the Urukai, beating Dale. But I'd really like for Dale to beat the Urukai. And for for Lothlorien to lose to Angmar.
Because the horrible thing about the Angmar game is you actually saw what Jamie was doing when he was using Angmar yesterday. He tried to outshoot the Uruks, and that could work against the Lothlorien.
Yeah.
Two trackers against one elf bowman.
I still wouldn't do that though. I'd just take your numbers with the barrel white and just get in there.
They haven't got any might, have they? So they can't march.
No.
But yeah, they could weather the storm. Probably.
I think just
So you think Angmar just plough straight
just go
up?
forward.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about the one bowman.
Yeah, they should be able to. Hopefully they won't have a sniper like the Uruks had. So we're going for an Angmar win there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dale against the Uruks. Any way for Dale to come through? Two bows.
They got? Yeah,
I think there's 6 models. Yeah, 6 models.
Don't shoot.
Dale captain, 5 warriors.
Oh, it's Frasco's 3 monks. You can't really march because then you're left with no money.
Don't shoot. You've got 6 models marching towards 3 crossbow shots a turn.
Blinding light.
I don't think they have blinding light.
Use the scenery.
Use the scenery. It's a bunch of tiny craters that only exist to give cock dodge.
They're in real trouble.
They are in real trouble, aren't they?
You know, if they're going to win the shooting war, I don't know, they need the captain to have a bow or something.
Or Dale?
Yeah.
I think the problem here is that Isengard are going to win the shooting war and they're going to win the combat war.
Yeah.
I can't see Dale getting through that.
I reckon... No, March.
Smash them.
Hopefully use the numbers.
So we're going again for Dale and Isengard and Angmar to win today.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise coming from us with our winners and our runners up predictions. Of Lothlorien or Dale, which one is your cheeky outside bet for an upset?
Just talking about that Dale game doesn't make me confident, but I'm still going to go for them
Dale.
for the outside.
Yeah, we'll have a punt on Dale.
Yeah.
But we're going to go and watch those games now.
Right now.
And so we are back, having watched the games of round 2 of Group 4. And we had Lothlorien v Angmar and we had Dale v Isengard.
Yep.
Not necessarily like we thought they were both going to be fairly easy. So shall we start with Lothlorien v Angmar?
Yeah, what an upset.
Upset of the group?
Yeah, I think
surely.
So. I think so.
Because there hasn't been any upsets.
No.
So you would think.
Only 3 games in.
Yeah. So Lothlorien versus Angmar. Very much.
Lose a model.
Didn't lose a model.
I mean, yeah.
Now,
I mean, sometimes you can look in the form books, you can look at all the stats you want, you can predict what you like, and then it's a game of World Cup Hobbit at the end of the day, and I think these things can happen.
It does. I don't want to. We talked about pressure a lot in the last video, and I don't want to draw on this and make it personal, but I've got a little quote here. Jamie's playing this dodgily.
Well, who's that quote from?
That was from T. Harrison.
Right.
What can you?
What
can you
minute was that?
That was around the 4 minute mark.
Around the 4 minute mark. Yeah, like I said, I think Jamie's really struggling to step up to international level.
It's Angmar again.
Yeah.
The play with Angmar.
It's his fault. I mean, what he was doing with the Alt Trackers.
You say international level, so do you think he's playing the sort of game that would win at a domestic level?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just not that.
Yeah, the referees are different, the climate's different.
The climate is having an effect.
I mean, yeah, all of these things. And, his usual no mic trick, I mean, there's less might against him now, so I think he's trying to think too much about it.
You seemed most concerned about the use of the trackers.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of him standing back with them and then sending the rest forward. Either go all forward or stand back and shoot. I think he either's got to commit to the shooting war or go take it in combat. And I really wanted to see the Angmar go forward and take it in combat, because they can take that Lorien force easily.
Because there was a point where when the combat hit, it was just 5 on 5, and suddenly you're like, well, actually, hang on.
Yeah, it's
got
on
fight
now.
value.
Yeah, and I think I can't remember. There was also a really. Was he missing a supporting one? Maybe not, but I just felt it was a poor way to go about it when you've got the extra numbers in these small games.
Yeah, interesting.
With two fairly poor shots. I mean, it's relying on people who can't hit a barn door with a banjo to kill the elf bowman. But
bear in mind, he was up against Harry in the form of his life.
Yeah.
It's got to be said.
Yeah.
The Barrow-White paralyses Harry on a 6, and as the pundits kind of groan and scream "No, Harry!"
Yeah,
Harry does this.
Okie doke. First things first, paralyse the captain. On a 6.
Okay, you got 2 will after this. It's going to use it.
Yeah. Oh, big resist. Big resist.
First things first, paralyse the captain. 6. Okay, you got 2 will after this. It's gonna use it. Yeah. Oh, big resist. Big resist.
Resistance 6. What is that?
What technique?
What technique? You saw it. It's what they've been practicing on the practice field there. You saw him there. You know he's good at defending set plays.
Yeah.
But getting the natural 6. I mean, it's ballsy.
Yeah. And also the mind games of that.
Yeah.
Once that's not
what does
played
that do
on,
to the Barrow-White after that? It
Well,
messes the Barrow-White up.
We'll see.
I mean, there was I think there was a 1 dice on that one, then a 2 dice attempt.
Yeah.
That 1 dice attempt that failed, 2 dice attempt he resisted.
No, he did one that he took the paralyze.
He took it and then he recovered.
Yeah, he took the first one. It's his favourite tactic.
2.
Take the first one, stand back up, resist the second one.
Yeah.
Unless you've shot the Barrow-White.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good because
didn't need to shoot this.
There's no. It's interesting for Angmar going forward, and if only we were saying this before the next game was recorded, so it could have some influence on it.
Yeah.
But there is, against those models, there's no point in paralysing from afar because we've seen it in both games. Yeah. You get 3 guys on the guy and he stands up.
It's just a waste of will, and with the best will in the world, it's a poor decision there that's costing Jamie.
Indeed. We have another interesting thing to talk about. It's an aspect of Middle-earth World Cup that we haven't covered before. Mm-hmm. It was something that you raised.
Did I?
Yeah, and it was the world's worst fade.
Oh yeah.
What was your issues on this?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was watching it on the big screen because we've got the fan area here for the World Cup games. But yeah, I mean, there was a fade that took about. It must have been a good 10 seconds before it moved on to the next clip, and there was, I didn't know what was going on. I mean, terrible fade.
Too much.
Yeah, too much. I mean, they try these newfangled things because it's a World Cup. The sponsors are watching, but yeah, that was just embarrassing. More embarrassing than the use of the barrel wipe, really.
Let's have a look at the fading question.
Yeah, re-rolling ones on the red.
On the red dice.
Oh, thank God for that support.
And so he backs away.
And he dies.
He dies. So we've got the Wood Elf Blade
Come on,
charging
Mega
in, throwing his
Elves.
weapon on the way. Hits.
Hits.
Into 5.
No. He's on here.
Who's he charging?
I'm trying to get through there, can't. He'll go here.
So there we go. I think there was no way you can't argue again that they're not playing for time with that.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it the same as we saw in the other game where they're worried the episode's coming in short and they need to extend it?
Referee should just be given a quick yellow card, move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Done.
Which referee is that? What happens if someone break into the house? And they stop it, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe Jamie's editing needs to be supervised because I've noticed. I don't know if you've seen Spreak Friendly Question this week, but Harry and Jamie are on it, and Harry's saying because those two are now forming quite a partnership at the moment, the Mills World Cup. And Jamie and Harry saying how he never does any editing and how all the editing's on Jamie, and how that in a partnership can seem quite unfair if the two of you are constantly doing the same show together and getting the same kind of credit for it, and yet one of you does none of the editing at any point. It can get quite stressful on the other one and maybe cause some sort of tension in the relationship. Do you think?
No.
Is there any chance?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good. But yeah, so interesting fade there.
Yes.
So yeah, Lothlorien win without a casualty.
Yeah.
And that is the first group, I think, where we haven't had a 3-loss team. We had Dunland, Fiefdoms, and the other one. Durensfolk. Dunland, Fiefdoms, and Durensfolk.
Yeah.
All losing all 3. So that was spectacular because we've still got a game to play, but very much keeping the group alive.
Ooh. Yeah, and actually there's a lot of interesting permutations that we can get from the last game.
Well, certainly there will be after we've discussed the last game of day 2.
So you said there's no 3 losses. Who are playing in the other one?
Dale
the
versus
2 winners.
Isengard.
Yeah, of course.
Indeed.
So it does work.
It does. So, Dale versus Isengard. First up, I'm going to get angry here.
Okay.
Long-term Isengard player.
Yeah.
What was Harry doing with his crossbows?
I mean,
It's the recklessness again.
Yeah.
The recklessness of that. The gumption
yeah.
of it. Like, right from the start.
He's just gone out
crossbows,
onto the
front rank.
I know. It's like going out onto the pitch without shin pads.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
And then it's also like yelling at your opponent, kick me in the shin.
Yeah.
Whilst
That as
doing
well.
it. He's got the models behind. He's got the models. He can put them in front and protect them. And Jamie, as it turned out, again, classic Harry comes off for him.
Yeah. Well, actually, I thought it might have been a clever ploy. Put the crossbowman in the front rank, tempt Jamie to leave his trackers to shoot. Then you've got less to combat later on. It might have been a clever ploy.
Maybe.
Is that giving too much credit?
No, I mean, it could do. He's a tactical genius. But Jamie got 2 rounds of shooting at him, like 4 shots at him, and he hit. He definitely hit. I think he hit with 2.
Yeah.
He could have killed one,
Yeah.
and that might have been a big swing on that. But thankfully, but surely we'd like to, if they do progress through the tournament, you need to see him when they're coming up against the better armies. You've got to see him protecting those crossbows with a rank.
Yeah.
You've got such a good shooting advantage. You can't afford to risk that.
Yeah.
But the crossbows then did their awful best, where they I think 3 shots firing at captain, 2 wounds on the captain, 2 hits on the captain, both wounded.
That was dicey. And a good fate
2
roll.
sixes.
A good fate roll of a 3.
Yeah, strong.
Just about keeps the captain alive, and
So-
from there you're facing an uphill battle.
3 crossbow bolts do 2 wounds, a
Through
fate
a
and a
rank,
mine.
yeah.
Well, that's very impressive.
But yeah, I mean, the one good thing about Harry going for the captain is at least they'd only lost 1 when they hit combat.
Yeah, we were actually surprised by that, weren't we? Suddenly they were in amongst the Urks, like a cat amongst pigeons.
And they had a chance.
And they definitely had a chance. And there was in fact a turn that began with the Dale captain and 4 Dale warriors fighting Vrasku and Orc Spearman and Berserker.
Yeah.
So that is 5 models on 3. That is 6 attacks on 5.
Yeah.
With tied fight.
And it really just went down to that roll off. I mean, if the Dale captain was at full strength going into that fight, Could have gone another way.
And so suddenly, that's looking very, very on for Dale to get a major upset.
Yeah.
And sadly, in one turn of combat, the captain and 2 of the Dale warriors died.
Yeah.
So it went from being a captain with 4 Dale warriors against Raskin 2 to Raskin 2 against 2 Dale warriors.
Yeah. Jamie's heroic combat with the Dale captain was a great move. Got him into Rasku, stopped his heroic combat.
Died.
The next turn. But like to see that kind of bold move pay off. That was strong from Giblin. We've given him a lot of stick. Well, I've certainly given him a lot of stick, and that was. He's got his head back on with
Dale captain
with
stick.
Dale.
Well, we've said before the importance of heroic combat. So if you get a good heroic combat, it can kill 2 or 3 enemy models, win the game.
Yeah.
But we both picked Isengard as winners of the group, so I'm cheering on Isengard. But I'm not going to lie, at that point I was really thinking maybe Dale could get cheeky.
I was disappointed. I'd still fancy Dale to potentially go through. It would be glorious.
And the good game there. But the wonderful thing about this is that as of right now, I think the guys actually say Angmar are out. They're not
They're
out.
not. There's a chance of there being a 3-way tie at the bottom and a 3-way tie at the top. They can't both happen at the same time.
Because for Angmar to go through, if they beat Dale, and the Barrow White is not killed,
yes,
and Lothlorien lose, Angmar go through.
Yeah. Well, Angmar may not go through. That it's then a 3-way tie between Lothlorien and Dale and Angmar, with the same heroes, number of heroes killed.
We don't know what the guys will do in a 3-way tie. So anyone can go through. Isengard are not definitely through.
No, there can be a 3-way tie at the top, so Isengard would have to lose to Lothlorien, and then have, if Dale beat Angmar and don't lose a hero, don't lose the Dale captain, then again there's a 3-way tie at the top, and Lorien would have to beat Isengard without losing the Lothlorien captain. So it's a long push for Isengard not to go through.
Yeah. Isengard are in a very strong position.
Yeah.
But very interested to see how the games play out tomorrow.
So really, Isengard, to guarantee themselves going through, could just prioritise the elf captain instead of going for the troops, because that would guarantee them going through. So maybe you'd see a change in tactics. But I don't think
if they watched this video before they recorded it. Spoilers, video's already recorded. Interesting though. Yeah. So we'll have to see if maybe he does latch onto that. I imagine my gut feeling about how these things are recorded is that they're recorded directly one after each other and they don't get the chance to think about that. That's devious tactic. That's why we get your kind of pedantic rules lawyer on the punditry show to kind of give these guys something to think about in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
But there we go. There is day 2 of Group 4. And as always, don't forget to let us know what you thought about the games in the comments below. And who do you think is going through tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'm certainly excited.
We're still sticking to Isengard, right?
Yes.
Is Angmar a runner-up?
No, not now. I think there's too much need.
Who have they got? Dale?
Yeah, I think Dale are going to do it.
I think Angmar will beat Dale.
And maybe it could go. Maybe it could be the 3-way tie, but then it might be on the heroes. Oh no, because if Lothlorien and Dale both lose, they both lose their heroes.
Yeah.
So
and they've both lost the game already.
So Dale need to invest in killing the Barrow White. They have to go for the Barrow White.
Yeah.
Ignore if they're going to lose. Ignore everything else. Kill the Barrow White, and then it's a 2-way tie between Lothlorien and Dale, rather than the 3-way tie. So Dale player, kill the Barrow White. Isengard player, kill the Wood Elf captain.
So are we now saying Dale and Isengard to go through?
I think Dale have got the best chance, because I don't think Lorien will beat Isengard.
No.
But they could tie with Dale. And Dale, I think Dale have got the most in their hands to deal with. It's more in Dale's hands than anyone else's.
Interesting. It really could. It's really hard to call at this point. But so let us know in the comments below what you think, and we will see you same time, same bat place tomorrow. That's a reference to the 1960s Batman series. Yeah. Batman is a popular superhero. He dresses as Bat. Yeah. Sounds foolish. Yeah. As always, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Support your Hobbit host by clicking the links below.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming.
Whoop whoop.